You have got a tight calf muscle. This is how you're going to apply tape to turn that calf muscle off and inhibit it being overused. You're going to first of all clean off your skin with rubbing alcohol, even if you just took a shower, because you want to wipe off any of the soap residue, oils, anything like that to help the tape stick better. Then you can use something like Tough Skin, a sticky spray to put on all the skin to help the tape stick for longer. Typically the tape will stick for about 3 to 5 days. But if you add the sticky spray, it can stick for a little bit longer. You don't have to use it, especially if it's going to irritate your skin. Next, you're going to measure out the length of the tape from where you want it to start to just below where you want it to finish. So if I want this to finish up higher like here, I'm going to cut it right about here because the tape will stretch as I put it on. So we're going to cut the tape at the length that I measured. The only reason you wouldn't do this is if you bought a brand like KT tape, where you don't get to choose the length, it comes pre-cut. Then you're just kind of stuck with the length that they give you. So now, because you have 2 gastroc heads, we are going to cut this tape in half to go over both of those gastroc heads. Cut it up the middle, leaving about 1.5 inches to 2 inches at the top that is not cut. Then we're going to round the edges to make sure that those sharp corners do not catch on anything and make the tape come off sooner than it needs to. To cut these tails, I like to stack them on top of each other and then round the edges. It doesn't have to be perfect, just needs to be round. So this is the shape that we're going to tape with, all right? To turn off a calf muscle, you're going to tape from down to up. To turn on a calf muscle, you would tape from up to down. So today, we're going to tear the tape without touching it by pulling the paper apart, all right? Discard that. Place this down right here on the Achilles tendon, and then we're going to peel the tape over my finger so it loosens the paper from the tape. We're gonna park the tape first without worrying about splitting it apart. Then we're gonna come back, peel this tail off, and stretch it over to this gastroc head. Peel this tape off and stretch it over to this gastroc head. All right, we're going to then use this side of the paper that is smoother to rub on that tape because the tape is heat activated. So if you rub on it like this, it'll help it stick better at first. The only things that you have to keep in mind once the tape is on is you cannot put a hot pack directly on the tape. So no trying to blow dry it dry, no putting a hot pack directly on it, but you can take a hot bath, hot shower, hot tub, bathe, swim, whatever you want. You're gonna pat dry instead of rub dry off. And if the tails happen to come off, you can go ahead and try to re-stick them afterwards, lightly placing them back on and see if they'll re-stick, or you can use white first aid tape to tape those down. Typically the tape will last for about 3 to 5 days. Leave it on as long as it will stay on, unless it's starting to cause any irritation, rash where the skin is, where the tape is, then go ahead and take it off right away. And the way you want to take it off is you want to take it off down the leg, not up the leg. So you're going to peel it off like so, pulling down the leg. And that's how you tape for calf tightness.